can I get your top 5 of all time? What's your all-time lineup?
I'll give you top 10. Top 5 is nuts.
Well, if you had a team that you had to put together, like Bill Simmons always says, against the aliens that came down, you have to put the best 5. Any player in their prime. What's your lineup looking like?
1 and 2 is Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. I don't even want to get into that today. There's no right answer. Half the world thinks it's Michael. The other half thinks it's LeBron. The fact that people have narrowed it down pretty much to those two people, they both have won already. The fact that LeBron has been able to even make a case to catch that guy, or like make a case where like people are like, no, he's the best, just tells you right then and there. So LeBron, Michael, both 1 and 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
After that, I'm not even putting in order. I'm just going to name names who would fill out my top 10. Kobe Bryant's in my top 10 players of all time. Stephen Curry is in my top 10 players of all time. That's 4. Tim Duncan is in my top 10 players of all time. Shaquille O'Neal is in my top 10 players of all time. Magic Johnson is in my top 10. Kareem is in my top 10. Kevin Durant is in my top 10.
That's the first one that I'm a little. I mean, that means you're leaving somebody really good out. Like, so it's Durant over Larry Bird. Durant over. Are we doing the Wilt Chamberlains and Bill Russells? Are we counting these guys?
No, because Bill's my 10th. And the only reason I'm putting Bill in there is due to how much this guy won on just in anything he did. You have to put him in there. And I love Larry Bird. Larry Bird is not better than Kevin Durant. Again, Larry Bird is a fucking Hall of Famer, one of the greatest players of all time, champion, did it on his own team, never went to any other team. I love what Larry stood for. I love how he did his career. I understand a lot of people give Kevin slack for him jumping around from team to team to team. But I don't think that's a portrayal of him as a player. I think that's more of a portrayal of him I think that's more so his character. If that makes sense. And not to say as a flawed character. Kevin's not like a vocal, rah. You know what I mean? Like Michael and Larry were like those type of leaders. Kevin's just a hooper. So like, I don't think Kevin sees a problem going to team. He's just, I'm going to go hoop. He went to the best team in the league, the Warriors, and was still the best player in the team. I don't know if anybody watched those finals or any in the playoffs. When times got rough, they put that ball in his hands and got the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
Or he would just start doing some, nutty shit. It's one of the greatest scorers that the league has ever seen, and no one's ever seen since then. Every skinny player that could shoot a ball, the next Kevin Durant, none of them ever are.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a guy in the realm of closeness to him. We've seen some tall guys that could shoot this, and that. They love to throw KD out there. You haven't seen it before, and you haven't seen it since. He has every tool in the box.
And there's not. If
we're talking about player, there's not a player better than name me. You could not name me 10 players ever better than Kevin Durant. I don't see it.
So this has turned into kind of Kevin Durant, Larry Bird, and I understand what you're saying. This is more Larry Bird has more of a storybook career versus you're saying just in a vacuum, Kevin Durant better basketball player.
Storybook career.
Yeah,
he has won multiple championships. Yes, they were at the Warriors.
It's just different. Like Larry.
But
Bird's,
I don't know if the Warriors win both of those without him.
They probably don't. The Cavs seem like they figured them out.
Yeah, I think the Cavs would have got another one there. I'm not saying both of them. Maybe the Warriors wouldn't win. Maybe they lose one. But them getting Kevin put them over the hump. I mean, it was a joke after that. No one was beating that team.
Yeah, I think that the 2017 Warriors are the best team I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's the best team I've ever played against. In my entire life, I've never played a team as good as that team.
Yeah.
You had to play like perfect basketball to beat them, and it doesn't exist.
So are you going 2017 Warriors or 2001 Lakers? Where 2001 Lakers, I think they lost one game all playoffs, and it was an overtime game against Allen Iverson.
Who they play, bro? Did you see who they played in the finals, man?
Are you not an Aaron McKee fan?
I love, bro. Listen, I love Geiger and I love Eric Snow and Aaron McKee. Those guys can play basketball. And I'm not taking no credit away from them, but bro, that Philly team, the Pacer team, and the New Jersey Nets team, they had 3 finals in a row where they just steamrolled everybody, bro.
Yeah.
And the only game they lost was a game where Iverson went like hero mode, bro. It was making you know what I mean? Like, no. Golden State's the best team I think to ever. I think they're the best team. 2007 Golden State I think beats any team in the history of the NBA.
Wow. So 96 Bulls.
I had the Warriors, And that has nothing to do with the Bulls. It just has to do with the evolution of basketball.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just the shooting on that team was unmatched, bro. Between KD and Steph and Clay, we're talking about prime Steph, prime Clay, prime Kevin, prime Draymond. Iggy was still not out of it yet. He was still like at the end of his prime, but still very much still in it. That team was ridiculous.
Who's the starting center? Zaza Pachulia?
That's the point. It didn't even matter. It didn't even matter. They just needed someone just to go down there and just fight and grab a rebound. They didn't need anything. It was like Festus Ezeli or Zaza or this guy. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Bro, that was the best team I've ever seen in my life. And the first year they had him, I think did they still have Livingston? Or they had to give up?
Yeah, Livingston, he was there. Iguodala.
They had all those guys still with Kevin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was, they didn't have Barbosa though. Those guys left, I believe.
They picked up, I think, JaVale McGee, Nick Young.
No, Nick won. Nick did win. You're right.
Yeah.
But JaVale played great for them, by the way. Yeah, man. Bro, come on.
So who's your all-time starting five? You have to build the perfect team.
I'd go Steph, Mike, Braun, Tim Duncan, Shaq.
You're leaving out Kobe, who's you always say that's like your guy.
Kobe's in my top 10. But if I have to choose a shooting guard on my team, I only have one. I'm going Michael Jordan. It's not anything against Kobe. I just put Kobe in my top 10 players of all time. But if I'm building a starting five, I need shooting. That's Steph. I got Kobe. I got Michael at the 2. I got Bron at the 3, who could facilitate as well.
That team doesn't have enough 3-point shooting. The team you just named.
No, they're just gonna beat you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like everyone's like you don't have enough shooting. You don't have bro. When you put that 5 that I just named, you put Shaq and Tim Duncan and LeBron James and Michael Jordan and Steph Curry in the court. They're just gonna win the game.
I don't love the Duncan Shaq together, even though they are the best power forward and prime Shaq. You know.
Bro, they would just be it'd be silly down there. It would just be, I mean, my God. And if you, I mean, that's my 5. I'm sticking with that.
Listen, I'm not going to give my own 5.
Prime Shaq, but holy shit, bro.
I'm a big fan of when people put LeBron at the point when they make their all-time starting 5 team. I would do LeBron at the point, and then you can fill out the rest however you want to, but I think that's what I would do.
Listen, I know you love LeBron, but how strong it's gotten over the years, it's just getting...
I would have him at the point.
Put LeBron at the point, and whatever else happens after that.
Think about your team when LeBron's bringing the ball up, and then you could slide in a KD or whoever you want, Jan. I don't know who you want to put in there, but you're opening it up for somebody else, and you have LeBron who's led the NBA in assists. He's a top whatever passer of all time. I would have him at point.
No, I'll put Steph in there, man, just for shooting. What about shooting? I got the best shooter in the world.
Maybe I put Steph at the 2. I'm just saying.
I'm not. They can play any way when the game starts. I'm not controlling who brings up the ball.
You're the coach of the team.
You asked me to put a starting 5 together. I put a starting 5 together.
Who's the coach of this all-time?
Steph by position is point guard.
Who's the coach of this all-time team?
To handle that type of team, it'd have to be Pop, right?
I mean, Phil Jackson, Pop.
I go Pop. Because we're not running a triangle offense. Otherwise, I'd do Phil.
Yeah.
But we're not running that with Steph.
Yeah.
So
Pop wasn't the best at coaching Team USA though. So
didn't they win?
I thought that was the year they got 7th place. Am I way off on that? Coach K won.
Or are you talking about the year before Coach K took over? Was that
No. Pop did the last one with the Donovan Mitchell, Kemba Walker team. Chris Middleton.
That team was.
They lost to France.
Yeah, but that team wasn't what Coach K had. Coach K had a hungry and motivated LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony and Kobe Bryant and they were like trying to they were mad that they lost the years before. I mean,
the name was the Redeem
team. Like the team came there and punished everybody.